You finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Ahoy there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be...
All right.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first. We need to go...
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hand?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku decree. You wouldn't be able to so we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose. You must be...
Uh-huh.
Excuse me? Please provide the information requested, and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Currently, only members of the International Trade Association... My apologies, but I'll have to ask...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh.
I just wanted...
I see. Okay. You're...
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict. Just...
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as the word suggests. Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma, not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million.
2 million?
That's right. 1 million per applicant.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning.
Ma'am, these...
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy,
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 Mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf.
That's not how you haggle. By
all right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all their work.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really... Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from the most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves, that's how the International Trade Association...
So it's a trade association?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered... I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you'll...
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll give it to you straight.
Really? What?
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it could be done. However, before we get there... Connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not you.
No. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like...
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the...
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of... Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the... Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go... The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Why in the world can't I use my permit? Proof of identification ready. This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Please have your documents and proof of identification ready.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the inner... Ah, good. That's a relief.
We heard the association has been having some difficulty.
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for it.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope... No. What's really squeezed those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees...
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some...
Crystal Marrow.
something that most of us in the association had... Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants... So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this... But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock.
Is...
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and it's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our We've tried, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will... Fontaine, my dear home.
Sounds awful. What do you think we should do?
That... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him?
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a...
Got it! We're...
I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around... Trade secret. Got it?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? They're wasting their time.
Hey, what?
Get out of here. Go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea.
That was...
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means. Getting you to go fixing things when you've all... Oh, that guy? He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by. But I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after...
You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the ship. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that ended up... The International Trade Association was a...
So he left the association?
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe...
Really?
Well then, it sounds like you may have...
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You're... Goodness, I can sense it now. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Oh, my hometown. The home of...
It's...
So, what is this?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean... the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. Xiao lanterns.
This guy has a really active...
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it any... You mean... the folks... Often, I'll sneak down to the shore. I've run into folks from the associate... Don't you think I've wanted to...
well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't, so I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly All right, I'll tell you the whole story.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face.
Come on, you scaredy cat. So come on, get it off your chest. What?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. They start by overtaxing the merchants. Then, once the merchants run out of places to buy crystals...
It's just...
I'm their puppet, yes. Evidence. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after as it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago.
Really?